Usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like when we stop recording and everything gets better.
And that's when the good stuff comes out, when we stop recording.
I'm going to move this a little closer to you just so we're
Coke and hookers
balanced.
everywhere. As soon as we stop recording the podcast, it's awesome.
The Charlie Sheen diet.
No, I don't want any HIV, so I'm good.
Right. Merry Christmas. Here's some HIV. I even wrapped it for you. Yeah. Or didn't. For that
I didn't wrap it for you. That's good.
Oh, that's horrible. All right, here we go again.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
Round 2.
Right.
Try not to fuck this one up.
We had recorded a podcast last week, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was the best one we've probably done, and unfortunately no one's going to hear it.
Tell them what happened.
So, in my infinite editing wisdom, we, like Sip said, recorded one last week and got done with it. Spent about 2 hours editing, finished editing, went to save it, and as soon as I hit save, I saved it under the wrong thing, so it corrupted the whole file. That's right. 1 hour and 15 minutes down the drain.
And how many files did you say it broke down that whole thing into?
So when I saved it into the wrong thing, it split it into a folder named EOO, which then itself had AOO through EOO inside of that, which each one of those then had over 250 files in it, 6-second sound clips.
That's insane.
So I could have went back and jigsawed the whole thing back together and made a decent podcast.
But we're back.
We're back. Again, we're back. So hopefully I didn't screw this one up too.
No, I don't think you screwed it up.
But, so unfortunately for you guys, we had a good podcast that you'll never hear.
It was probably the best podcast we ever had.
Yeah, it was by far the best one. Like, I literally didn't have to edit much of anything on it.
It was pretty sweet.
We were on point the whole time. Funniest we've ever been.
It's gone.
It's gone. Deleted.
Right.
Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, hey guys, we're back. So, after a little 7-month hiatus, we decided to start back up.
7 months.
7 months. Yeah. We had a little break in there.
Yeah.
Season 1 came to an end. We're on to Season 2. But for those of you that didn't know, I talked to Sip and told him that, I just felt like we were in a rut and things weren't going the way it could have been, and we weren't as funny as we could have been, and
right.
We weren't putting out the best, wasn't my English there? We wasn't putting out good content.
It's the only language you speak, bud.
Poor English.
Yeah.
You
speak American.
That's the Ohioan in me coming out. Do you call it pop or soda?
Pop.
Pop? Good.
From Ohio,
right.
Of course I say pop.
All right, good. I went to Taco Bell the other night to get dinner after work and ordered my meal, food and all that, and go up to the window to pay. The guy hands me my meal and goes, "Here's your soda, sir." I'm like, "Oh, can't come here anymore." He goes, "What?" I go, "You're a monster. You just called it soda." He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want me to call it?" I'm like, "Call it pop. You're in Ohio, motherfucker."
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What are you, Canadian?
Right. Go back to Canada, you Canuck.
Are you from Massachusetts?
Go back to your boot tacos.
Boots. It all full circle.
Full circle, yeah.
There you go.
So, I'm Josh.
And I am Cipriano.
And this is the Spick and Span podcast. We haven't done that in a while.
No, not quite a while.
We're already 4 minutes into this and just doing the intro. A little out of touch.
Yes. And we'll cue in the redundant Thundercats music again.
Right about here. And we're back from the Thundercats music. That probably is the easiest way we've ever done that, to make it easy for me to know when to put that in.
Right.
Because usually I just guess. I'm like, it sounds like it'd be good right about here.
Right there, yeah.
So now that I know where to put it in at, that makes it a lot easier.
Putting it in is half the battle.
That's right.
Oh, man. That was so good. You set it up perfect for me for you to say that.
I tried. That's what I'm here for. I set them up and you knock them down.
I guess so.
How have you been, Sip?
I've been pretty good, bud.
Yeah?
it's the holiday season, and we are, 9 days?
Today's the 16th, so yeah.
9 days away from Christmas.
That's right.
And
you got all your shopping done?
I've hardly started, man.
Hardly started? Yeah. I did most of mine. I just got a couple things I got to get still.
Oh, awesome.
You know what you're getting? You just haven't done it yet? Or
yeah,
trying to think of stuff still?
Just, like, the God kids are the hardest, so I'm just going to ask their mom and dad what to get.
Are they older, younger?
One's 11, Kiko's 17, Dolly's 19. She's going to be 20 soon.
Gift cards?
No. They actually like getting stuff to open.
I mean, yeah. I just think it's easier to get gift cards.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. If that's all I had to do, that'd be great.
Xbox or Microsoft.
I get that all done in one trip, and then I'd be done. No. I got to go through the
American Eagle or Old Navy cards or...
No, I have to go to the mall.
Whoever those hip kids are into nowadays.
And elbow my way through all those punk-ass kids.
I hate the mall.
Yeah.
I used to work at the mall.
Did you?
I did. Worked at Hot Topic.
Really?
I was a seasonal employee, got fired because I was a poser. Not a joke.
You get fired for being a poser? Is that what it said?
No. Not legitimately for being a poser.
They put a stamp on there. Poser.
Well, what happened is after the seasonal time came to an end, the manager pulled me aside, thanked me for my time, and said, we're not going to hire you on full time, unfortunately. Which was fine. It was just a part-time job anyway. I was working somewhere else. I just needed the extra money. But because I didn't have tattoos and piercings at that time, I have a tattoo now, but not like you really see it if I'm wearing long sleeves. But because I didn't have any at that time, I was a poser. Because, that's what they're all about, selling piercings.
But everyone has tattoos and piercings now. It's not even...
It's not the odd man out thing anymore. You're not an outcast for doing it now.
No, in fact, you're the outcast if you don't have them.
Right. That's what it seems like.
I have no tattoo.
You're an outcast. What a rebel.
I have piercings, though.
You'd probably be able to get into Hot Topic now as an employee.
Maybe, but then I get fired.
Right.
9 days from now.
Well, the funny thing is when I worked there, their motto was all about the music, which I don't know if that's what it is now. I haven't shopped there since I got fired.
Right.
But their motto at the time was all about the music, which at that time... I was really good friends with my friend Jeff, who was in a band up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Mm-hmm. If you want to look him up, I'm probably still out there somewhere. This Painted Red. Go give them a listen. They were emo screamo, but
I'll check it out.
They were really good guys, and he introduced me to a lot of the music in that genre. Mm-hmm. And I knew more about that stuff because Grand Rapids, Michigan's music is so far ahead of where we are in Toledo.
Right.
Like at that time. There was a band called Billy Talent, and I had their CD burnt back in 2002, 2003, whatever it was, and my friend Jeff sent it to me, and was listening to them, and then 5 years later, come back to Toledo, because I went up there and lived with him for a while, come back to Toledo, and they just started playing that album on like 89X 5 years later. It was crazy listening to it.
That's kind of cool to be ahead of your time like that.
It was. So when I came back and was working at Hot Topic, I knew all the music they were promoting.
Right.
They had one of the meetings we went to, it was right before Christmas, and they had a little get-together meeting thing to talk about where they were going and what they expected and stuff like that, like most businesses do.
Right.
And one of the things they did was they would play clips of different music, different genres of rock.
Right.
And they gave you a piece of paper and number it 1 through, I think it was 20, 25, something like that. And they would play a little section of a song, and you had to write down the artist and the name of the song. I missed 2 songs on the whole thing.
That was part of your interview?
No, it was just a little fun thing they did, and the person that got the most got a gift card or something.
Oh, okay. You only missed 2?
I missed 2. There was only one other kid that worked there that got all of them.
Oh, wow.
But everybody else missed more than that. And I'm but I'm the poser because I don't have tattoos and piercings. But whatever. I moved on and had 12 other jobs since then, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess that's the word for it.
Yeah.
But
you work at the greatest place in the world now, right?
So. That's right. Wow. if anybody in management's listening, this is the best job I've ever had.
I'm sure no one's listening to this.
I hated working at the mall.
Oh, I'm sure.
That little rant all came from that.
Right.
It was entertaining when I had to work and open the mall up because you'd see all the mall walkers, all the old 50-year-old people.
Power walking in their sweatsuit outfits, like 3 or 4 in the pack.
And before Hot Topic opens, we were allowed to play whatever music we wanted.
Ooh.
So they're playing, like Dropkick Murphys as loud as they can. And, these 50, 60-year-old men and women are walking by listening to Dropkick Murphys blasting.
Nice.
It was hilarious. Most of them kind of avoided it and went around.
Right.
That was in my younger days.
Don't mind that. It's just strippers randomly walking on the hard floors.
Yeah.
Those clear heels, are pretty loud.
Because I often have strippers just come over to my house and walk around.
They just walk around, topless. Just.
That's right. That's why everybody wants to come to my house and hang out.
It's not the only reason.
No?
No. It helps, though.
Right. Well, it's not to see me. I'm not entertaining. I don't strip.
Entertaining. It's just that
you'd rather watch them strip than me.
You're not big fake tits on a.
You sure? I mean, I could have gotten implants. I always tell people I grew these out so when my ex would let me play with hers, I can play with mine.
That's horrible.
Sad but true.
Oh. Let's see now. We actually have some topics to talk about today.
That's what happens after 7 months of not talking.
Yeah. We would talk off and on, but it was different when I was in the department. We were working the same shift.
Right.
But now I'm working my shift and you work yours. I don't really see you guys. So.
Yeah. Well, like you mentioned, it's Christmas coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the fun things we thought we could talk about was there's different traditions throughout the world that do things differently, like different holiday traditions. Do you know of any weird or interesting holiday traditions?
Actually, I got sent one yesterday or this morning about the pickle. Did you hear about that?
The pickle you put in the person's basket?
No.
Or are you put it on a tree?
Yeah, you put it on the tree. You hide it. It's the glass pickle.
I've heard of this, but go on.
When everyone's sleeping at night, it has a little poem that really rhymes, and it's pretty cute. I don't know it offhand, and they do this thing where I have the poem on hand here. It's called "The Legend of the Pickle." To start a tradition that will surely last, here's a short story about a pickle of glass. The night before Christmas, it's hung on the tree. While everyone's sleeping, it's done secretly. And on Christmas morning, when you arise, the first one who finds it will get a surprise. A family tradition for all to share. You'll look for the pickle year after year.
That's a cute little poem.
It is.
For anyone that wants to hang a pickle on their Christmas tree.
Yeah. So, I was talking about Elf on the Shelf, and I was glad that I won't have to do that. I don't have any kids or anything, so I don't have to worry about
coming up with creative ideas every day,
hiding it and moving it around and all that stuff. Yeah.
There's a place up in Michigan that my family likes to go to. I don't really care for it because I'm not a big Christmas person, but they love going up to Bronner's at Frankenmuth, and it's Christmas year round up there. I don't know if you've ever been up there.
I've heard of it. I've never been there, though, no.
No? Okay. It's basically a giant mall complex, and they have all these different Christmas decorations, and you can walk around and look at what you want, buy what you want. They got, not just bulbs, but, they have trees and lights and little, different, those little villages people put up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So every year, my family made this tradition when we go up there that me and Elise and my brother started doing it, and it kind of just evolved into everybody kind of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But we found a little, basically it's like the glass pickle, but it's a Sasquatch, Bigfoot figurine they have up there. And every year we go, and each one of us takes one, and we have to sneak it into somebody's basket when they're not paying attention.
Oh, really?
So random people are getting little Sasquatches in their gift baskets. I don't know if they're buying them or finding them and putting them back, but we always take and sneak them in there. Kind of a dick move, but it's funny to us.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's kind of along the same lines as a pickle thing. I guess.
Sure.
We don't actually have any. I don't know if my brother or sister have it on their tree, or my mom, for that matter. I don't have a tree, but
Right.
if they have it, they might. I don't know.
All the pets I have can't really have a tree, so last year got a Charlie Brown tree.
The little fake one that they sell?
The one with one
red bulb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen those. I almost got one when I was with my ex.
Yep. Still haven't put it out yet.
No.
I'll put it out tomorrow.
I was going to say, you're coming up here 9 days away.
Take like 30 seconds to put it up.
Right.
Don't have to decorate. It has the one ornament on it, so just put it on the dining room
Literally
table.
just have to pull it out of the box and
Pretty
put it
much.
up. It's already, it's like a foot long.
yeah, pretty much. So
That's awesome.
I'll get that 30 seconds of my day done tomorrow.
Right. How long you leave that up once you put it up? Like a month?
Probably like a day after New Year's.
Like you're celebrating it in June? Still have your Charlie Brown tree up?
No, I'm not. That's not me. If you're going to leave it up to June, there's less time till Christmas gets here until less time.
You may as well just leave it up then.
Exactly.
Right.
If I left it out in June, I'd just keep it there till next
Christmas in July. Right.
Right. Absolutely.
We're talking about gifts, the weird traditions.
Yes.
So the other one that I heard of, along with the pickle, was one that I thought was really bizarre. But in Japan, you actually they celebrate Christmas by everybody eating KFC dinners. Like, it's a huge thing to the point where you have to order your KFC dinner months in advance to make sure you have a Christmas dinner. Like, of all the places that you think, like, you would get Christmas dinner, KFC is not, like, my go-to thought.
I went to China, this is 20 years ago, actually, around Christmas.
Yeah.
And Santa was like Elvis out there. He's all over the place. It's like a great big party, you know. It wasn't really about gifts, but it was like being with groups of people and having parties and drinking and food. But KFC is huge in China also.
That's just weird to me. Maybe it's an Oriental thing.
I don't know.
I don't really care for KFC.
Yeah, you gotta kind of be in the mood for it.
I don't know. Their food's too greasy for me, I think.
I like Popeyes better, and I think it's even greasier than KFC, so.
Honestly, I've never had Popeyes.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever had Churchill's chicken either.
Oh. Churches?
Churches?
Churches.
Not Churchill's.
Yeah.
Churches.
Churches.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that, because when I was on my way to your place, there's Church's Chicken on, I think it's Burn and Glendale.
Yeah.
And they shut down. And they shut down the one over there by the trail, so I guess they just uprooted and left.
They weren't selling enough chicken.
I knew the one over there by the trail was horrible. I would never go there.
You know what place closed down and it really made me sad?
What's that?
Del Taco.
I didn't like Del Taco.
Oh, I loved it. The food was so much better and cheaper than Taco Bell.
I don't really like Taco Bell either.
See, well, yeah, that's because you come from an actual Mexican family, though, where you get homemade tacos every night and
no, that's not what's happening. We're not like playing
enchiladas,
mariachi music and beating piñatas and like eating tacos.
Mariachi music.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that means?
Mexican word of the day.
Mexican word of the day. And cue music now. I'm gonna keep doing that. It's a lot easier when I do that to know when to add the music. So, do we got a Mexican word of the day?
Well, we got a phrase this time since we're 9 days away from Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Which
Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas.
Word for word, it means Merry Christmas? Because I know there's weird translation in
Feliz
Spanish.
does mean merry or like happy. Navidad is Christmas, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know who loves that song?
Who?
My sister.
Oh, the one I want to wish you a Merry Christmas one?
No, the Feliz Navidad.
Where they say I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Sure.
Yeah. It has English and Spanish in it?
Well, it's more or less the fact that her name is Elise. So whenever she hears that song, people that are around her always sing Elise Navidad.
Oh my god.
So she loves that song. So anytime you hear her or you see her, go ahead and play that song for her. She loves it.
Lame!
Right. Kill me if that gets out there too, but I don't care.
That's alright. Feliz Navidad, huh?
Feliz Navidad.
I think we found the name of this episode.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
See, that's what I said. Remember, what wish you a Merry Christmas? Yeah. I hate that song.
I'm not a fan either. I don't like Christmas music in general, though.
Oh, I don't mind Christmas music the week of Christmas.
But when you work in retail, it comes 3 months in advance.
They started playing it at work
the day before Thanksgiving.
Yes, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed off. I can't believe it. Like,
somebody said they actually went to HR on it. I don't remember who it was, but they were like, I went to HR and told them this is ridiculous. Which I agree.
Yeah. Let me enjoy my turkey without sticking a Christmas tree around or eggnog or just let me enjoy my turkey.
Right. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Spent it with family.
Oh, people I love. I think that's what it's for, isn't it?
Some people don't want to spend time with their family.
Well, that's true too, I guess.
I don't know. Some people spend it with friends, you know. It depends, especially if you're like away out, like abroad or in school. And
I thought you were saying if you were abroad.
Oh no, like abroad, like in
most
another
broads.
place.
Most broads don't like their families.
Broads don't like Thanksgiving. Got to cook turkey all day.
Them broads.
All them broads. From
New York. Those broads in New York.
In New Jersey.
They don't celebrate Thanksgiving, huh?
No, they celebrate it. New Jersey and New York people are all about family. When I was in college, like a couple of those times I didn't go home and we did that. Yeah. Just had friends come, you know. Someone make a turkey, someone make like stuffing, you know, potatoes, stuff like that. It was nice.
Yeah.
Coming together, you know, eating.
This year got requested to actually make something. Because usually it's I just show up and thanks for having me.
Right.
You know, I can't really... I can cook, but I don't like to.
Oh, like you cooked before.
I've cooked before. I hate cleaning up afterwards.
Everyone hates cleaning up afterwards. Well,
see, and that's why I don't cook. But...
So what'd you make?
My sister actually asked me to make green bean casserole because she asked me to make it like 3 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll bring green bean casserole. Forgot to, but
right.
I made it this year. She said it was good. I don't know.
You put those crispy onions,
French onions or whatever they are. Yeah.
That's the best part.
Get 3 containers of those and eat 1 container and put the other 2 on.
Yeah.
That's right. How you do it?
That's a Fat Man recipe.
That's right.
You know what's another Fat Man recipe?
What's that?
You go to Popeye's Chicken. You get fucking 9 pieces of chicken. You pull off all the skins. You eat the skins. Don't eat the chicken.
And then find a random stray dog to give the chicken to. Merry Christmas, dog. Or Thanksgiving in Japan.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or Christmas, not Thanksgiving. Christmas in Japan.
Yeah.
You can mail it over there, right? I'm sure you can mail chicken.
It'd still be good after 23 days.
Oh, I mean, for a stray dog, yeah.
China, some parts of China, they eat dog.
Yeah, that's gross. I couldn't do that.
You would if you didn't know. They prepared it as a real good sauce.
If I knowingly knew what it was, I couldn't eat it.
When we went to China, my sister went with me because we're all friends of people we went with.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of seafood there. She didn't like a lot of seafood at the time. She kept eating beef and broccoli. Last day.
At least that's what she thought.
Right. You're getting ahead of me.
Oh.
Last day, we're heading to the train station. There's this little, like a little stand, and they got pita-looking things with, like, you get chicken or beef. And they put, like, vegetables and a creamy sauce and all that. And they ask, hey, you want chicken or you want beef? I was about to say beef, and I look, and this great big cake pan, like a see-through cake pan. You have the big old-timey ones with the glass.
Yeah.
You put on top and you put your cake. You could see the cake through there.
Yeah.
There was a live cat in there going, meow, meow, but you couldn't hear it because it was.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I got the chicken.
Yeah. At least you hope it's chicken.
I hope it was chicken and not deep fried cat.
Oh, I wonder if that's what KFC does over there. If it's actually chicken.
KFC, K for cat.
Kentucky Fried Cat.
Oh, C for cat. Oh, it could be, huh?
What's a
C for cat?
What's a town or city in Japan that starts with K?
I don't know. We stick with cow.
Or China, I guess.
Beijing.
It shows how
Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
That's an H, though.
Yeah,
That'd be
HKFC.
HKFC.
And that's actually not. Well, I guess it is part of China again.
Oh, I said Japan, but sure.
Well, I haven't been to Japan. It's on my bucket list, but I haven't been there yet. Okay.
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki is not a town.
I literally Googled Japan city that starts with K, and it was the top one that came up.
Oh, maybe it's maybe Kawasaki that is the.
Oh, you know, it wasn't. It just Google finished it. It wasn't actually a city.
Oh.
But their only one that came up was Kyoto.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Kyoto.
Yeah, there you go. Kyoto fried cat.
Fried cat. KFC.
Kyoto fried cat. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm not going overseas anytime soon.
But they have a lot of seafood. They have, a lot of China has that whole big East Coast on there.
Right.
And the seafood's really fresh there. Oh, man, it's so good. I stayed there for 36 days. I gained 35 pounds.
And that's weird because their portion sizes are smaller over there, aren't they?
It is, but when you eat a meal, it's like a 12-course meal.
Well,
it'd
you're
be
eating
like
20 pounds of rice.
No.
10 minutes later.
This is it. There's a class system there. You're either really, really rich,
right,
or you're really, really poor.
Right.
The people we were with were really, really rich. Very well off.
So you're not just eating rice, you're eating everything else but
rice. Rice is for poor people.
Right.
You don't even touch the rice.
Well, yeah.
You're going there.
Rice is if you want 2,000 of something, and then you want to be hungry an hour later.
Right. So rice is not even a factor. I barely touch the rice. My sister ate all the time because she was,
Well, some people actually like rice, too, though.
I like rice, too, but when you have lobster...
Right.
And
there's better options. That's like saying you could either have
oysters,
a burger or a filet mignon.
Frog legs. Shrimp as big as a baby
I couldn't do frog legs either.
Well, they serve whole frog, not just frog legs.
That's weird.
Delicacy there is like a turtle.
Monkey brain?
No. Little turtle. You're thinking of India.
Oh.
And that's Indiana Jones, really. That's not even... You're taking a movie reference. It might not even be true. It might be offensive.
Movies never lie. Come on.
That's right.
Everything you've ever seen in every movie ever is the truth.
That's right.
Never lie.
Can't wait for E.T. to come back.
Right? You just want to ride the bike so he can make you fly.
So how do you think Godzira's doing in Japan then? Eating Kyoto fried cat.
It's Godzilla's favorite delicacy.
Yeah, Godzilla.
Kyoto fried cat.
I have a number 3, please. He talks like that with a heavy Japanese accent. Number 3.
I mean, I know that's where Godzilla originated, but do you think that's really what his accent would be, or would he have like an English accent?
I have a number san, san. Well, that's Chinese for 3, san.
I couldn't tell you. Sure,
that's all I know.
You could say anything, and I would believe you because I don't know any better.
San. That's 1, 2, and 3 in Chinese, and then ni hao xingan means I think you're very sexy in Chinese. That's all I remember from 20 years ago.
Good to know in case I ever have to go over there and ask for 3 sexy somethings.
No, won't know how to get in the bathroom, won't know how to have food or water, right. But you know how to say something sexy.
3 sexy somethings.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, but I know 3 of them.
You'll find 3 of those guys.
Still not good. Weird.
No, I really tore him up about the gay stuff last time, too.
Yeah.
You guys won't even get to hear. It was so good.
Yeah, there was a lot of gay jokes at my expense in the deleted podcast. Yeah. As I throw the air quotes out there.
It was corrupted because that's why it was deleted. It wasn't deleted because...
No, it didn't intentionally get deleted.
Ragged on, right?
No, I don't care.
You can take a joke.
Oh, yeah. That's all I can take. Just to clear that out there. But... I don't mind a gay joke at my expense every now and then.
Right. Where are we going with this? Chinese, Japanese?
The weird holiday traditions.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what to do in Mexico. Mexico. They take one boot, one shoe you have, you put out in the front door.
Yeah.
And then they fill it with gifts and candy.
We talked about that in the last podcast, and I said that we did something like that as the religious background I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what that was for.
You don't?
No, I can probably look it up. But
what religion did you grow up as?
Catholic Christian.
Oh, okay.
Mom's mom is extremely Catholic Christian. Irish woman through and through.
Right.
So. And my mom passed it on, and she raised us Catholic Christian, and then I realized that organized religion scares the shit out of me.
Right.
So I stopped.
We were Catholic till I was about 10 years old. And I'm not Catholic. I haven't been Catholic for over 30 years, but I still have that Catholic guilt deep instilled inside me.
Every time you touch yourself.
Or another woman, or have impure thoughts of a woman.
Or premarital sex.
Yeah, which is all the sex I have because I'm not married. So, kind of screwed, I guess. Eternal damnation.
It's alright, I had premarital sex too.
But you were also married, so. Well, that kind of segues into what I want to talk about. We were talking about right before we started the podcast. We're just kind of going on, so just bullshitting, little catch-up, chit-chat, and I said something about, to the form of about someone having sex and all that, and I was like, well, what did you say?
I made the comment that because somebody was having sex, they're practically dating.
Right, and I disagreed with that.
Now, why?
Well,
before we get into that, I looked it up, the whole shoe thing.
Okay.
And this might be the same for the Mexico reason, too.
Right.
December 6th is the feast day of St. Nicholas, the patron saint of children, which appropriately falls during the Advent season. This feast day is an especially exciting one for children as they count down the days for the Advent calendar in anticipation of Christmas Day. So basically, you're putting your shoes out there to ask St. Nicholas to give you stuff for being a good kid.
But for 19 days?
No.
Oh,
just the one day.
You said December 6th.
Right. So you put it out there in preparation for Christmas. And it's basically, the tradition grew from the story of when St. Nicholas, the Bishop of Myra, threw bags of dowry money either through a window or down a chimney into the home of an impoverished family to rescue their daughters from being sold into slavery. This was just one of the many acts of goodwill and charity towards the poor, especially poor children.
I wonder if that translated towards American tradition with the stockings. Instead of having a shoe, you have one sock hanging on the wall.
So basically, he would also put different gifts in your shoe as a way to kind of keep women from being sold into slavery. Huh. So you get a Snickers bar and your sister doesn't get sold.
That's nice.
Right. Thanks, St. Nicholas.
¿Quieres unas Snickers?
Here's a Reese's cup now. Don't sell your sister. But we're so hungry.
There's 2 pieces cup in there. 2 pieces of Reese's cup.
Oh, that's horrible. So many traditions are so messed up on how they came about.
Well, think about most traditions that are religious.
We totally just went off track again. But
are supposed to contradict the pagan holiday that it represents.
Right. And that's what most holidays are.
Christmas trees were actually a German pagan holiday, and the trees were worshipped as idols.
Right.
So they turned it around, switched it as decorating the tree, birth of Jesus and all that to counteract that pagan holiday.
And then there was also Krampus. If you weren't a good kid, Krampus would beat you with a stick.
Nice, horrible horror movie / Christmas movie reference that nobody saw except you and I.
Right.
Great.
That was a great movie.
I never seen it.
And apparently I'm the only one that has.
Yeah, you're the only one that's seen it.
No, Krampus is a real thing, too. He was a St. Nicholas's brother.
Oh.
And when Santa Claus would go around and give out presents to the good kids, Krampus would go around and basically beat the bad kids with sticks and put them in a basket and carry them around. Like, legit thing. So we were talking about holiday traditions and how we're probably wrong about all this, and there's going to be one of you guys out there that's going to listen to this and be like, you guys are wrong about everything.
Yeah.
So if we're wrong about stuff, email us, let us know.
Spick and Span Podcast. Is that N?
N as in the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, not the whole word.
Spick and Span Podcast at Yahoo and at Gmail?
Yep.
Yeah.
.com. Right. You gotta add that .com in there, they won't be able to send it.
Yeah. Send all your hangry.
Hangry?
Your hangry emails.
Yeah, if you haven't eaten yet.
I'm so hungry and angry at you guys.
And you're pissed off at us. If you haven't had your Coyote fried cat, and you're mad about it.
Or Krampus fried chicken.
Right. Krampus fried chicken for those Germans.
Or Krampus fried children.
Oh, that's wrong.
You said he takes all the bad children?
That's kind of what the movie was.
I'll have to watch it.
It's not great.
Yeah. Watch the not great movie.
If you're into B horror movies, it's decent, but it's
Right.
not the best horror movie out there.
Right. So,
But to backtrack our backtracking, you brought up the whole if you're dating, if you're having sex with someone, is it practically dating? I said it was.
I don't agree with that.
And you don't agree with that.
No. I've interactions with women where I've had sex, and we haven't dated. I mean, I've gone on dates.
Well, I mean,
with
I
them.
think that's a one-night stand thing. That's
No.
not really
No, I've had them where
your
they've gone.
booty call.
But longer than a year. That's not.
You're dating.
No.
Did you buy each other gifts?
Yes.
You're
Those happened
dating.
more than once.
Did
No.
you go out to dinner?
I mean, I'm a fat guy. I like to
You
eat.
ate, so you went on dates.
I make this very clear. Going on a date is not dating.
How is it not?
And
It's literally the same word, just adding different endings to it.
I've taken girls. I tell girls, you know what? I like to eat. If you're hungry when I'm hungry and we eat, we're not on a date.
Well, no,
We're just
that's
eating
different
food.
though. That's not having sex with someone.
We're eating food before or after we fucked. That is not.
That's
the same.
dating though.
That's not dating.
I'm pretty sure that's the definition of dating.
If I take you out to lunch and I don't fuck you, that's not a date.
No, it's not. That's not. But that's also not what we were saying.
Right. But
If,
just because
if you're having sex
so
with
if I have
someone,
sex with you, then it's a date? Is that what you're saying?
Sip, I'm not having sex with you. Stop asking.
I'm not asking.
I'm not-
But you're saying
I'm not ready for that kind of
because
commitment.
Sex wasn't in the equation. It wasn't a date. If sex was in the equation, if I took you out to Chinese,
Not necessarily.
If we go to,
It depends on if you're trying to have sex with me or not.
what if you weren't trying to have sex with them and you end up having sex anyways?
Then you're just
not a
having
date.
sex, but that doesn't.
It's not a date, right?
I guess it's a giant loophole in this situation.
It's not a loophole if you make it clear. I'm hungry, you're hungry, let's go and eat something together.
I don't know. I guess to me that's dating. If the intent to have sex with a person is there, I think it's dating. If you're just friends hanging out, going to lunch, that's fine.
If we go to a buffet and we're all eating at the same time, if I fuck any of them, I wasn't on a date with them. If I didn't know any of them.
But if you're going, that's going to lunch. That's not going on a date. That's if you're in a group of people. Typically, it's not a date.
If I
It might
just
be a double date.
if
which
I
is
call a
different,
girl
but-
up, or she calls me up, we have sex. Afterwards, I'm hungry, she's hungry, we go and we eat.
Okay, that's fine, but are you going to do other stuff too? Are you hanging out more than that once? Is it just that time?
I said sometimes it's been over a year. This happened more than once.
Okay, so I think that's dating.
That's not dating.
I don't know. In my
If-
opinion, it is.
If you're not exclusive, you don't have to be exclusive.
You don't
If
have to date exclusively, though. You can date more than one person at a time. I mean, depending on the person and
You
what you
have
guys.
to have really cool people to be doing
Well,
that.
no, I think it also.
Or you could do it on the down low and not tell anybody.
That or the exact opposite. You're upfront about it. You're like, hey, look, I like you. I like hanging out with you, but
I've done that before.
this is
too.
also talk from somebody that's only had sex with his ex-wife and girlfriend from high school. So
Right.
everything I say, I can't really say definitively. This is just my opinion.
Right.
But if I don't know where I was going with that now. In my opinion, I guess, if you're going out multiple times with a person, whether you had sex or if it's just to hang out, you're probably dating.
I don't know.
And it's probably different from the female's point of view, too.
I don't know. I can't agree with that because sometimes people catch feelings, which I understand. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to other people, But
Well, yeah, you start eating food and your heart just wants what it wants. And that's you start looking better and better. You fall in love with that taco. I mean, what can you do?
everybody loves tacos, man.
Not everybody, but most people do.
Name one person who doesn't like tacos.
Hitler.
Hitler didn't know what tacos was. That's why he doesn't love it.
Exactly.
If he would have tacos,
Can you love something you don't know what it is?
probably not.
If
you didn't know it existed, no.
Yeah.
How could you?
Is that like the bear pooping in the woods? If a bear shits in the woods, does he really? Or a tree falling in the woods make a sound?
It's still a tree falling in the woods. Just because we didn't hear it doesn't mean it's
Nobody
not
heard
there.
it.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Doesn't mean it did.
If they find the tree...
Well, right. The tree fell. It's obviously there. But did it make a sound?
You just assume it did.
You would assume. Exactly.
Right. Just like you're assuming that...
Hitler didn't like tacos because he didn't know they exist.
Or I have sex with a girl that I ate a meal with. We're dating.
Exactly. See, full circle.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But...
So you guys will have to let us know what your opinions on that are.
Sure, we'll put.
We're not going to see eye to eye on this one. Apparently,
we'll put a poll up for that one. Eventually,
is dating somebody the same as having sex? All right, once you have sex with somebody, the same as dating them. No, I don't know how to phrase it right.
Well, you got to phrase it right so that the poll makes sense, or else
it'll sound a little biased one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to sway towards my opinion just because I word it differently, because that would be wrong and horrible, and I would never do that.
Right.
Never. I'm an honest person. That's why they call me Honest Abe. So many people call me that.
Who calls you Honest Abe?
Just now you did.
No, I asked you who. I didn't say you were.
There's been people.
So the dishonest guy said he's Honest Abe.
I don't want to put that. I don't want to name drop.
Okay. Your name's not Abe. I don't think. There's no A. No B or E in your name.
It's my middle name.
Is it?
No.
So you lied twice, and you're supposed to be called Honest Abe?
Yeah.
No one's calling you Honest Abe.
No.
No one.
Nobody. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has at some point in time. Not meaning it seriously, but I'm sure somebody has.
That Honest Abe guy's full of shit.
Fuck that Honest Abe guy. He didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, all right, let me see. If someone comes over to your house and cleans it every day, does that make it their house?
If they want to come over to my house every day and clean it, yeah.
It makes it their house?
Sure, why not? If they want to come over and clean it every day, I'm not going to tell them no.
I can't argue with you. You're going to find me ridiculous.
Technically, it's not even my house. So. If they want to come clean it and claim it, that's fine.
Oh, God.
What perks do I have of claiming this as my house, other than I get to live here? And if somebody else wants to clean it and claim it as theirs, go for it.
You get tax breaks every time you put something into it.
Yeah, put something into it.
Yeah. Windows, a hot tub.
Right, that jacuzzi I just put in the backyard with all that money I make.
Yeah.
For the strippers that are walking around.
And their clunky heels. Yeah.
Right.
Those glass heels are loud against this.
Well, you know, it's the dead fish in the bottom of them that makes the noise. Every time it hits the side of the glass.
I think you're mistaking stripper shoes for pimp shoes. Pimps have the goldfish in the heel.
There's a difference?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I've never seen a pimp strip, so I don't know.
Maybe. Some of them strippers are pimps.
Most of the ones I know weren't.
No?
Pretty sure they got pimped out.
Maybe. If you think about it, the person who owns a strip club is one of the ultimate entrepreneurs.
Well, yeah.
You know why?
Because they own their own business.
Well, there's other businesses. But they get paid from the customers. And the strippers pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So
not only do they pay them, they pay everybody. They pay the bouncers, they pay the bartenders.
The strippers?
Yeah.
Depends on kind of
well, it also depends on the club, right?
I was going to say, because they're not all like that.
No, not all of them.
But yeah. The girls pay you to dance in their club to make money. And the guys come in that want to see the girls strip, pay you.
Yeah.
Everyone pays you. Except the DJ and the bouncers.
Yeah.
That's freaking genius.
It is. Me and my buddy thought about opening a strip club when we first got out of high school. And, sorry, Bobby, for putting this out there in case you still wanted to do it. But it was going to be a multi-themed strip club. We were going to...
KFC?
If people are into, Coyote Fried Cat,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's what gets you off.
Girls wearing, like, buckets, just cut
Buckets,
holes in
right.
the buckets.
Yeah.
Walk around topless with a bucket around their waist.
Get that loaded bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a breast?
They just take the skin that you peeled off and drape it over themselves.
Oh, nice.
This is turning into a horror movie real quick.
Yeah.
But, we thought, there was a church over on Reynolds.
You want to make a strip club into a church?
No. It is a church now. It used to be a movie theater, but something like that. It's got multi-rooms in it. And then you
It's too big for a strip club.
yes and no, depending on what you're going to do with it. So if you open it up with multiple rooms being different themes, so in one room might be a Star Wars theme, one room might be a jungle theme, and then you just hire different girls to work in each themed room and dress up in the themes.
In a town like this, that wouldn't work.
No, it'd be something like Vegas. I mean, that was just an idea of the building size.
Because guys don't care. They just want to see tits. They don't care to see tits with a stormtrooper hat on or
Really?
tits with a fucking...
That's why there's fetishes out there, though.
Fetishes, but tits are universal. Tits are tits.
Well, yeah, guys are going... Well, right, but, I mean, if you can nail a theme that somebody wants to see on top of the tits there...
Well, that's why they do,
you're making more profit.
That's why they do, like, Asian schoolgirl night at strip club or, like...
Right, so we could have a whole room dedicated to that. So every night, you got the same guys coming in giving you the money.
Sailor Moon night or, like...
Weird hentai porn night.
Right, or whatever, like...
Fucking octopuses and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. Whatever weird shit people are into.
Whatever you're into, it looks like.
Hey, we've talked about Rule 34. I don't watch no hentai octopus porn. That's not my thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't need any of that.
No.
I like that place. It would have been good, like a brew and view place. There's these places in big cities like Chicago and LA where they make like a big steak dinner and all that, and you watch a movie while you're eating like steak.
Oh, I thought it was a strip club.
Here. No.
You get a steak.
No, because it was already a movie theater, but you get the seats out and you put into like tables with seating.
I've seen those.
And you eat but they don't have one in town.
No.
If they had one in town,
I don't know if it would do well.
Oh, it'd do great, man. Toledo's all fat asses love to eat and watch movies. It's like all people do here is eat, watch movies, fuck, and eat. That's all we do.
And listen to the podcast.
And alcohol. Yeah, that too, yes.
Yeah, because all of our
Because there's
Toledo
23
friends.
people in Toledo.
That's it. No more, no less.
Right.
23.
Right.
Exactly.
But yeah, that would do great here. In a town like this,
It might.
oh, it would do great. You know what would do great here?
What's that?
We're still never put in here. The Cheesecake Factory.
You know, I've eaten there twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was alright. I mean, I think it's overrated.
I loved it, but it's expensive.
Yeah. I always said, and I said this the other day at work to one of our managers, and he said, I'd eat there for sure. But I saw a thing on Facebook a while ago, and I was like, that is actually really genius. But taco truck, like doing a ice cream truck, but with tacos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one.
Drive up and down the street, deliver tacos.
Well, there is a taco truck in town. They have a Facebook page.
Well, you know what? Fuck that.
No, the tacos are awesome.
I don't know. I've never seen them.
They're in East Toledo. They're on the other side of the bridge.
I hardly ever go over there.
That's why. Yeah. Some people work there now.
You know,
Mexican people go there.
Southsiders don't go to the East Side very often.
I'm a Southsider, and I go over that bridge to go over there.
Yeah, but you're close to both.
Not anymore. I
Not
live in
anymore,
Swan
no.
now, but yeah.
You were close to both. You're like right dead middle of the two.
It was good where I lived because I was so close to downtown. I could get anywhere in Toledo within 15 minutes. It's pretty awesome.
I don't know how awesome it is for that. I don't know if that's worth living in downtown.
I like downtown.
I hate downtown. I hate going downtown.
I like it better than like 20 years ago. It was scary downtown.
Well, it's still scary.
Oh, fuck no. They got those
Go up and
police
down
cameras
Adams
everywhere. No, Adams is the safest. It's so bright and lit up.
People walking around drunk everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
The only thing you got to worry about on
Like I
Adams
said,
Street is hitting somebody.
Eat, drink, watch movies, fucking eat. Yeah, that's all people do.
Wait, people fucking Toledo?
Oh, yeah. That's Toledo.
I didn't know that. I'm missing out, apparently.
Yeah, you're not opening your door and
behind the curve.
Let a girl come in.
Well, if I lowered my standards, as I've been told multiple times.
Oh, God. There's nothing wrong with having standards, bud.
I don't think so, but apparently other people do.
Mm-hmm. You know, people just want you to have some fun. You are single. You're not beholden to anyone, you know. Just because you eat and have sex with someone a couple of times doesn't mean you're dating.
Or it does, depending on who you ask.
Well, we won't ask you.
Don't ask me. If we've learned anything from these podcasts, it's you should never listen to me.
No, that's not true.
Eight out of 10 times, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. The other two, I'm just kind of bullshitting.
That's why we have a podcast, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking
Nobody
about.
knows. Don't ever listen to me. If you can take anything away from this podcast, it's that I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
So I asked how you were.
Mm-hmm. Peachy keen.
Yeah. We could talk about what happened to me in that 7-month hiatus.
Yes. This is very interesting. This is recently, though. Not even...
Yeah, this was 2 months ago.
Right.
A little less than 2 months ago. So, some of you may already know that are listening, but I almost died back in October. I had a pretty near-death experience. I don't know how much you want me to ramble on with this, so I'll try not to, but...
No, just tell your story.
Damn. That's kind of harsh.
Life is harsh, my friend.
That's very true. So, he just showed me a picture, a meme, about exes and wishing you the best, but you already had it.
It says, Happy National X Day. I wish you the best, but you already had it.
It's so cruel.
And so true.
Depends on who you ask again.
Yeah, it is perspective.
'Cause I doubt my ex feels that way.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure she's like, I think I'm doing all right.
I think I'm good.
So, my leg had a scab on it. And I found out that when you pick scabs, they tend to bleed. Well, this one I picked kept bleeding and didn't stop bleeding. And basically, I have varicose veins. And one of them was close to the surface. And when I picked the scab that was from the varicose, it bled like a faucet. It just kept coming out, and I couldn't get it to stop. To the point where I had to call 911, and they had to come in and put a tourniquet on me. But they had also called and asked if when I was talking to the dispatcher, she had asked if the front door was unlocked, which it was not. And I had to start calling for my roommate, and thankfully he was home, but dead asleep. So he got woke up to me screaming at the top of my lungs for him. Comes out to see blood literally everywhere. It was just puddles upon puddles. And he was able to unlock the door and get the EMTs in to save my life. Because if he had not been home, they either would have had to have knocked the door in, which would have been a fun bill to replace, or I would have bled out and died.
Yeah, you see, when I saw the stuff on Facebook, I didn't know how serious it was. I didn't know you almost died.
Yeah, I mean, I went unconscious a couple times.
Because I saw all the stuff and it was all after the fact.
Right.
And it was all hearsay because I didn't really see you, because
well,
we're on the other side of the building.
When you're sitting there bleeding out, your first thought isn't, I should be Snapchatting this or Facebooking it.
Some people do.
Well, yeah, those people are the people that die. I'm like, no, I have to get pressure on this. I need to hold it.
Doing a selfie on a train track when a train's coming. Look, bitches, a train's coming.
In all fairness, I will say I did take a picture while I was bleeding.
Did you really?
Yeah. So there's a picture. It's not a very good picture because I wasn't able to focus. My mind was racing, and
right, of course,
I was half out of it because I'm losing a lot of blood. But I tried to get a picture, and I have a phone case that the cover flips open.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm holding my phone like this, and trying not to pass out.
Jesus.
So the cover covered half the picture, but it's a picture of the puddle of the blood that was beneath me. Didn't turn out very well, so you can't really see a whole lot.
It sucks.
But yeah, there was 3 puddles about the size of basketballs.
Oh my god.
Around. Not like a full sphere. It's that big around.
Right.
But then it sprayed throughout the whole house because I walked around trying to find clean cloth to put on it while it was bleeding and everything. So they put 2 stitches in it, sealed it up, and
yeah, when I found out you needed stitches,
I
was completely shocked about all that.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Good life experience that made me, realize life's too short and I need to start acting better and eating right and dieting and taking each day like it's the last day. I totally learned from that. That's exactly what I'm doing. As I just ate McDonald's and fed half of it to my dog.
I wasn't going to call you on your bullshit. Just if you want to say something.
Honest day, man. I never lie. A white lie isn't the same thing, right?
You are white. You're lying. I don't know, man. I guess that's all perspective. I don't know.
Yeah, I had fun in October, though, so that was about a little less than 2 months ago.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But you're doing good now?
As good as can be.
Right.
Like I said, I changed my life around, and everything's better here.
Right.
Right. The varicose veins are gone, and that'll never happen again.
That's awesome.
You wouldn't believe how many people yelled at me, though, for picking a scab.
What?
Because that's what caused it.
We're guys. We pick stuff. Scabs, stickers, noses.
Titties.
Yeah. Pick titties?
Sure.
Okay, honest.
I don't know how. I don't know how that meant. Throwing titties out there.
No one did.
Just trying to bring the titties back into the conversation.
I don't know if we had any more topics. I did the two that I wrote down, and you...
The only other one we had was the how many times does mind change its mind?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. How many times does a mind change its mind?
Right. In our 7-month hiatus.
Well, do you know who you ask? You ask the ultimate mind changers.
Women? Right.
Because women, we're guys. We think one thought at a time.
Right.
Peppered with sex through all those thoughts.
And food.
But mostly sex. And women think of 4 to 6 things constantly with intense thoughts of sex. Not all women, mind you, but some women. If it was like Jason Momoa or Chris Hemsworth or something.
See, I don't think women think about me that way, so I'm not Jason Momoa or Chris Hemsworth. So I don't have to worry about that.
Nobody's Jason Momoa or Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, they are. Jason Momoa and Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. That's why we know who the hell they are.
Right.
That's how us guys know. That's why Aquaman's going to be so freaking huge next week when it opens up.
And you know what? I don't like him as Aquaman. And I have to say, from the stuff I've heard and seen about him, he's actually a really cool dude.
I heard he's really laid back and everything.
But I just, when I think of Aquaman, think of the bleach blonde surfer. And, I mean...
But all the surfers I see, they all have long hair, man. Wavy.
Well, I'm picturing the old Justice League 70s cartoon
white guys who made these white things based off of how they look in the mirror and not off of actual surfers.
Well...
This is more surfer
Most
relevant.
surfers are Hawaiian, right?
And Jason Momoa looks more Hawaiian than the white bleach blonde
kid. Is he Samoan?
I don't think so. Just because his last name's Momoa.
Well, I don't know what nationality he is. I would just assume he's Samoan or something. I can look it up.
He's going to Google it, so all you can see it on an audio podcast.
Right. I'm going to look it up so I can just turn it to the laptop and record it off.
Right. Yeah, but that's coming out on the 21st, and I'm going to go see it.
It actually looks pretty good. I'll give it credit.
Right. Well, think about it. It's going to be huge because I don't think they've released any other DC movies this year, right?
Not this year.
It's all been Marvel. It's all the movies that we've seen been Marvel. Avengers,
Justice
Ant-Man.
League, Wonder Woman were the last two.
But that was last year still.
Was it last year?
Yeah, that was last year. They haven't released one this year.
Yeah, he's Hawaiian.
Oh, okay. Well, see? That's even more accurate and relevant.
He was born in Honolulu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. His mom was a photographer and his dad was a painter.
Wow, artsy, good looking, and good genes.
He's also German, Irish, Native American, which is a great combination.
Hell yeah, look at him. He's beautiful.
Well,
he's like a man with humongous muscles.
I'm also German, Irish, and Native American, so that's
see,
why
look at that. It's like looking in a mirror. Huh?
I mean, me and Jason Momoa could be twins, and he'd never even know.
You should put a picture on the podcast.
I'm gonna edit
side
my
by
head
side
over his.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
God, I wish I looked like him.
Oh wait, no, he has facial hair. Don't shave.
I mean, if we're twins, I feel bad for him.
You should like superimpose
to be that hot and sexy and not have sex in 4 years. That's gonna be rough.
God.
You know, it's a good thing I'm not hot and sexy. I don't think people could handle that with this personality and this attitude.
You're so mean to yourself.
It's not mean if it's true. It's a good thing I'm ugly.
I don't think you're ugly. You just have low self-esteem.
Hard 4. I'm a hard 4.
A hard 4?
Hard 4.
I almost know how big you are, man.
Other than that, hard 3.5, but that's counting from the back of the anus, right?
Oh, God. And we just lost 3 listeners.
May have gained 4 more, though.
Oh, maybe.
For all those women that think I look like Jason Momoa. Like, oh, I heard Jason Momoa's going to be on this podcast episode.
Hey, when you type in that thing for the keyword stuff.
Right. All the
Jason Momoa. Aquaman, Chris Hemsworth.
Right.
Scarlett Johansson. Xbox, Fortnite.
Boobies.
Red Dead Redemption.
Sex.
Cosplay. Sex.
So this was part of the deleted podcast.
Oh yeah, that was, wasn't it? Yes.
What we talked about is when we do this, and I put it up on SoundCloud, Sip was going on naming all these different tags that you can tag in it. That way, a lot of our overseas views came from an algorithm that SoundCloud uses that says, hey, if you like this with this tag, you should go listen to this. So like, I was putting comedy, sex, boobs, random different things.
And I just kept throwing the hottest things that was going on that week.
What did I say? George Bush.
Yeah, you said George Bush. And I was like, what?
You said talk about tag current events.
George Bush. George Bush?
Yeah. That's a hot topic.
It's not a hot topic that people are going to want to listen to our podcast. Jeez.
But, yeah, so turns out you don't actually just say them and it comes up. You actually have to type them in.
I didn't know.
So Sip is going on just rattling all these random things.
I'm just saying it, so I'm hoping it would come up on the queue because I heard those words.
But no, I have to actually go in and type them in.
Like, dope. I didn't know. It's alright.
That was funny, though.
It was funny. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Because I'm sitting here listening to you rattle all this stuff off, and I'm like, there's no way in fuck I'm going to remember all this stuff to type in. I'm going to have to go back and listen and put it all in.
And then that thing happened with the file where it turned out 3,101 separate files.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane.
6-second clips.
That's insane, man.
So maybe someday someone out there can find the deleted file that I already deleted and put it all together.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me.
Right.
I have the time to do it. It's just...
It's in the ether, so if you guys find it,
I mean, it's probably somewhere out there somehow. Somebody could find it.
I'm sure Monsanto or the, NSA has it somewhere.
Right.
I'm sure, but...
Well, we've been peeking on somebody's list.
I'm sure. We're talking about George Bush.
Right.
Jason Momoa, tits.
Right.
Goldfish in the heels.
Yeah.
That's all FBI and NSA red flags.
Yeah, that's the list you want to be on.
That's too good. I think that's all I got, bud.
Yeah, I ain't really have much else that I could think of at this time.
Yeah, we did the Mexican word of the day. Feliz Navidad to all the peoples who's celebrating Christmas.
Or Merry Kwanzaa.
That's, the day after Christmas?
Sure.
I'm not sure.
But either way, have a happy Kwanzaa.
Or Canadian Boxing Day, the day after Christmas for you guys in Canada.
And all of our Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah or Chanukah.
Add that extra Jewish phlegm in there.
What he said. I think it's over though, right? Hanukkah's over.
I don't know.
I know last 8 days, but I know it happened. It was started last week. But I don't know if it's over or not.
I know one of our Jewish friends posted about their menorah a while ago, but I don't know when it actually starts or ends.
I know what was going on last week, so
yeah.
It might be over now. But
well, either way, I hope it was a good one for you.
And all you loyal Festivus people out there.
I actually don't like Seinfeld.
You don't like Seinfeld?
I don't really care for it.
Oh, I could see it. I like Seinfeld.
Yeah, not really my thing.
It's alright. I mean, some of it's witty, some of it's funny.
Right. It's good for what it was, just not my cup of tea.
So what's better than Seinfeld as far as series?
Well, my favorite show is The Office. Love The Office. And I'm a huge Office
British or American?
I liked both. I liked the American version when Steve Carell was on it.
Lame.
Once Steve Carell left, it just kind of went downhill.
You like the British Office too? Well,
yeah.
I mean,
parts of it were better than the American version.
That's what I heard.
And some of it was kind of dumb.
Right.
But you can definitely tell they stole the same idea and everything. And
sometimes the episodes were like completely mirrored, right?
yeah, some parts of it.
Yeah.
But Friends, huge Friends fan.
A lot of people like Friends. I like Friends. I loved watching it when I was a kid.
I was huge.
Or I was in college, I think, when it came out.
Huge Chandler Bing fan.
Yeah.
You gotta love this witty sarcasm.
Chenandler Bong, Mrs. Chenandler Bong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Favorite shows?
Yeah, but there was another one I had there, and I can't think of what it was now.
Not Cheers, is it?
I like Cheers, but I'm not a huge fan.
I wasn't crazy about Cheers.
I started watching that with my dad when he moved back here before he passed. He liked it. He likes, what was the other one?
You like Who's the Boss?
A little before my time, but Alyssa Milano was on it. And
Yeah, but she was like 10.
But when that was on, so was I, so
Oh.
it was alright then.
Right.
I
guess you guys are the same. Or maybe she's a little older than you.
She's a little older than me.
Yeah. She still looks great.
Yeah. And she's got that whole free the boob thing going on, too. Trying to get breastfeeding, like, to be more acceptable in public.
What's wrong with breastfeeding in public?
A lot of people are against it.
Really?
Yeah, they don't like women pulling their boobs out to feed their children, apparently.
Besides giving birth, breastfeeding is the most natural thing a woman ever does.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds ridiculous to me. It's like going to the bathroom isn't allowed anymore. Like it's so
you have
natural.
to go to the right gender-specific bathroom.
Not if you don't have a gender.
Well,
Or what if you only identify as male in the morning, but then you're female?
No, we're getting into a whole different topic of
exactly.
Fuck that we don't want to get into.
No. Well, you said gender specific, so I threw all that.
Well,
in.
yeah, I was just joking. I don't really give a shit.
I'm totally serious.
Go where I know you are. I can see in your eyes. It's the most serious you've been ever since we've done this podcast, talking about gender specificity.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't care.
As long as it's consensual and you guys.
As long as you're not a creep about it.
As long as you don't hurt anyone, express yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the argument that some women have with it.
Because they don't want a guy,
creepy guy going in following their daughter into the bathroom.
I mean,
creepy guys are going to do that anyway, but
I hope not.
I hope not either, but it happens. I mean, that's why shows like Dateline and Criminal Minds exist, because people do that shit.
Right.
And then we watch it as Americans and enjoy it for an hour and a half.
I did used to love watching Chris Hansen.
Oh, yeah, Bust the Pervs.
Yeah, that was so good.
Oh, she said she was 18, and we're just here to talk. Well, then what are these condoms for? For a friend.
Oh, man. They have, like, duffel bags with, like, duct tape and rope. And all
plastic
kinds of,
bags.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you going to do to this kid? Oh, my God.
There's a lot of sick people in this world.
My God.
So this comedy podcast just turned real dark real quick.
Well, you named off your series. Do you have any other favorite series?
Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
That's on its last season.
Yeah, they're almost done.
Season finale, or series finale.
I started watching it again. It is pretty funny, but...
I enjoy it. I like nerd humor. King of Queens. I like King of Queens. One of my favorite comedians who's coming to Detroit in May, the day after my birthday. Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
$40 for tickets. Or $50.
I saw that on Instagram.
That's so sweet. I want to go. I'm going, I should say. I don't want to go. I am going. It's just a matter of finding who's coming with me.
Yeah.
So, anybody out there that's listening, May 18th, Patton Oswalt will be at the Fillmore in Detroit. It's a Saturday. So,
I might want to take
let me know if you want to go.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there.
Yeah. When is that big walleye game you all were supposed to go to?
Oh, that was a couple months back. That didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't happen?
No. It was the same day as the Ida Christmas or something like that. They do a Christmas.
Ida?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never gone to it.
There's like 8 people in Ida.
Apparently they do a parade. And
there's 23 in Toledo.
I don't fucking...
They take the 8 people in Ida, shut down the town, the one-horse town, and then do a circle around the block.
Apparently the group of people we go to the walleye games with, like 7 out of the 10 were going to that event, so... It was the same exact night, and they wanted to do that instead.
Wow.
Hey, I can't tell people what to do. That's their own choices.
That's true.
Apparently, going and sitting and watching a parade in negative 30-degree weather in the rain was more entertaining than watching guys hit each other and fighting. And drinking stale beer at $30 a glass.
Yeah, I like going to the Walleye game. It's a good time.
I do too, especially when we have good seats.
Yeah.
Fuckers picking up bad seats.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not planning any more of those.
No, you're done.
I'm done.
It's a lot of work for no satisfaction.
Oh, you get the satisfaction of hanging out with friends and.
Well, I mean, this time it didn't happen, so you didn't get the satisfaction.
No, I didn't
You
plan
got
it either.
the blue balls of
I got as far
game.
as posting, "Hey, we're gonna do it," and that was it. And then people kept telling me, "No, we're not gonna be able to make it." So I was like, "Fuck it," and stopped planning it. It becomes more of a hassle when you go to plan it, and then people are like, "Yeah, let's do it," and then when it comes time to actually collect the money, or people have stuff come up, and that's fine. Life events happen, but the people that are like, "Well, I wanted to go. Why didn't you invite me?" I made a public Facebook post and said, "Invite who you want." I didn't.
You didn't send smoke signals out or anything,
right? I mean, I tagged people that have gone to the previous events that we did, and it's not like I just singled out people because I don't want people to go. It was just so it was like, all right, I knew they've gone before, so take them. And then I put.
We would have gone, but got to work with around weekends and stuff. So
yeah, but fuck it.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that anymore.
I don't blame you.
Somebody else can do it and invite me.
There you go. I only have one series that I want to recommend for everybody to watch at least. It's called Banshee.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never actually seen it because it's only on like Hulu, isn't it?
No, you can see it on Amazon Prime. The first season's on there for free now. And
only the first season?
Yeah, it was 4 seasons on Cinemax. So I think they tease it and they get enough people to like the first season and they'll buy the rest of them.
I know when I worked my previous job, there were a couple guys there that loved that show. They swore by it.
It's the best. It's the closest thing to watching an animated comic book to me as you can get.
Besides The Walking Dead?
Better than Walking Dead.
When The Walking Dead started, it was awesome.
This is better than Walking Dead. And it was only 4 seasons because the guy knew he didn't want it to be like The Walking Dead where it started getting shitty. He knew when to walk away.
See, Walking Dead, I wouldn't say it's getting shitty. It's just they started prolonging everything and making it last a whole. What could have happened in an hour episode, they would make last a whole season, and that's their biggest problem.
And I hate it when they would do where you wouldn't see like whole characters for like a whole day because they were concentrating on a group of 3 people or whatever all day. It's just some boring, tedious shit.
I still watch it though. I won't lie.
Yeah,
I want to know what happens.
I'm watching. I didn't think I was going to watch after Rick died, but he did.
Spoiler alert.
Fuck that. You didn't watch it, it's your fault.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I am excited to come back, though, since we're not talking about just sitcoms?
What's that?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that to start back up.
Not till what? May?
May of next year.
Yeah. Almost 2 years, right?
Well, that's how long it was since the last season. It'll be 2 years by the time it comes back.
Yeah, and this will be it.
Yeah.
6 episodes?
Well, they'll do a spin-off, yeah. 6. Or it's 6 or 7. But they'll do a spin-off. It makes too much money not to.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, as soon as George R.R. Martin writes the last book, we'll finally know what happens, but...
Maybe.
The Game of Thrones universe is so big, though. They talk about so many characters that you don't even see.
How are you going to tie it up in 6 episodes? Whole empires.
Right. Oh, yeah. There's
people you drew a connection with. How are you going to tie it up? They killed off a lot of everybody. They killed a lot of people off already.
It's kind of like the dinosaurs.
Just dragging fire everywhere.
A meteoroid just going to hit the planet and destroy everybody.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Good thing I'm not a writer, though. I mean, George R.R. Martin kills everybody anyway, so I may as well just do that.
And the 2 people ate together and they were dating.
Damn, ouch. And that was the worst red wedding ever.
Yeah. That was a great episode.
So if you eat with somebody, make sure it's not at a red wedding.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to die dating.
Right.
Unless you do want to die dating, then go to a red wedding.
Or you want to fuck them.
Or you want to fuck them.
Because you won't fuck them either because you'll be dead.
Oh. Or you could fuck while you're dying.
Ooh. Impaling her while you're being impaled?
Sure. Why not?
Sounds horrible.
Or it sounds great.
That's a weird fetish. You only do it once, where you get impaled by a sword while you're fucking a girl.
It's like that great joke. I can stop a bullet once.
God. Oh, man. Oh, we're going to wrap it up here.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes. we're back again.
Again. Again, back again.
Again. Yes. So.
Cut a few times in there in this podcast itself. Had to come back.
Well, we're relearning this all again.
Yeah, hopefully I won't delete this one.
It's just like, stealing a car.
Or going on a date.
Yeah, if you're eating.
Or having sex.
Right. It's just like...
Stealing a car?
Yeah.
That's your go-to for how easy things are?
About redoing something again? It's like stealing a car.
Is that a thing?
Stealing a car is a thing.
Well, obviously, but is it like using that as a... what's the
metaphor?
Yeah, is that like a thing? Like people say it's as easy as stealing a car. Once you've done it, you can do it again.
Us trying to do podcasting again is like stealing a car. You don't know what it's going to be like this time. The way you broke into a car last time may not work the way this time.
I think you're overthinking it.
No, you're overthinking it. Maybe. I had to explain it to you now because you.
I totally ruined your joke, though.
It didn't ruin it. It's just now I have to dissect it for you because you didn't know what the... Well,
maybe you should have sex with it, and then you won't be dating it.
I told you. We're not. I might eat in that car, but I'm not having sex with the car or date it.
That's good.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. Make sure you don't turn it on first, because I've heard the mufflers get hot. You don't want to burn your dick.
You overreached so far.
Maybe, but it was worth it to me.
It was a good effort.
So on that note, I'm Josh.
And I'm Cipriano.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Peace.
Having sex with a car.
I was saying stealing a car. I was trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, no, totally.
All right, say you stole a Jeep Cherokee the first time, The locks are shit. You just put a screwdriver into the steering column, bust right open, just put a couple wires together and go. But you hit like a fucking a Toyota RAV4. It's got that.
How many cars have you stolen, Sid?
I've never stolen any cars.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
You're not self-incriminating at this point. It's
right. Statute of limitations.
Right. You're good.
So when you try to steal a RAV4, it has the key with the fucking
I just assumed because you're Mexican, you stole a car.
Of course you did. But the key and the transponder, you have to have that to make the car start.
The
or
chip.
else it just kills it. So you have to have chip. You have to either steal the actual key or have someone work in a dealership and synthesize the same code for that transponder on the key.
And all that's easy. Like making a podcast.
We're doing it again because you don't know what the fuck's going on again. Got to redo it. Got to start it. It's
just
different.
Because my computer fucked it up last time doesn't mean I fucked it up completely.
That was just for last week. I'm talking about the 7-month hiatus is what I'm talking about.
7-month hiatus was fun.
That's a long time.
It's like riding a bike.
That's longer than we did the podcast.
That's true.
That's why it's so long.
But we also had the 3 episodes that are in there that we will never air.
Though.
Yes.
They were shit. So, don't even count them. We didn't even count it in the progression of the number of episodes.
Technically, no.
We should have counted this as number 11 or 12.
We produced and put out 6. We had the 3 we didn't do.
So this should be number 10.
Technically, we had 4 we didn't do because there was the one day we went over to Tori's, Yumi, Laura, Chris, and Tori were
the
playing
sound
that
was shit.
game. And my phone didn't record it.
What was the name of that game? That wasn't
Bad People.
Oh, Bad People. I was trying to remember. I thought it was Cards Against Humanity.
No.
Yeah, Bad People.
It's a fun game.
It was fun.
You can turn people against people, but it's a fun game.
I didn't have it with us.
No, not that time.
But at the end, though, it was getting predictable who was going to get what.
Right. Oh, yeah. Anything involving sex was either you, Tori, or Chris. Mm-hmm. Anything about being creepy ended up being me.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks.
Right. Yeah,
Apparently being the quiet...
The least sex you have, the more creepier you are. That's what it is. You with your 2 people. And now it's so long your hymen's come back, so it's like you haven't had sex ever again.
That's alright.
How you doing with that, alright?
Not having sex?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I mean...
You look flustered right now just talking about it.
I mean, what can you say?
I mean, it's what you can't say.
I can say anything I want about it. Sucks.
So, if you go to this like diner, like go to City Diner, you know, have the girls with like the mini skirts on or whatever, and like plunging neckline, low necklines, and you order like an omelet, and you eat there all week with the same waitress. Does that mean you guys are dating?
Yes, it does.
That's interesting.
She just doesn't know it.
Yeah. I saw this meme on Instagram. It's like when you get breakfast in bed, you should be grateful. You shouldn't be saying things like, "Who are you? And how did you get in here?" And it's like creepy is when two of you are going for a walk and only one of you knows it. Like that's fucked up.
Thankfully, the lack of sex hasn't drove me to that point yet.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yet.
There's still hope.
We heard that yet. Right? Iceland and China and Australia and
one of these
Canada.
nights I can take somebody out to some Kyoto fried cat and
hopefully
get things to work out. And
Krampus fried children.
Right.
'Tis the season.
Ho, ho, ho. I got called a hoe the other day.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I asked. I'm like, I think I'm doing it wrong. I called the person a hoe first, and then they called me one in return. I'm like, how do you figure?
Aww.
I think I'm doing it wrong.
I guess so. I don't know, man.
Last time I checked, you had to have sex to be a hoe.
I don't know. You don't have to have sex to date, I guess. Just
yes, you do.
Together.
That was the whole point of it. You can go on a date without having sex.
Yes.
Yes, it's usually the first date unless you're
But that wasn't
really into it.
That wasn't the argument.
No, it wasn't. I was just making that point now.
Okay. All right, so we both agree on that. Good job. I don't think you know how a debate works.
This is why this is in the after credits.
Right. Oh, God. Yeah.
Not everything we talk about has to be a debate. We can actually agree on stuff.
We agree on a lot of stuff usually. But that's not fun to talk about.
Like Jason Momoa is a sexy beast. And I'm glad I look like him.
You get to superimpose that.
There was it's funny that I just thought about this, but on Facebook there's a thing you can click and it does like who's your celebrity twin or lookalike. I did it and Chris Hemsworth came up. I'm like, what the fuck ever?
Shit.
Yeah, right.
So you're Thor, you're not Aquaman, huh? It's because you got the short hair?
Fat Thor? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I laughed hard when I posted it. I was like, yeah, no fucking way. I wish I looked like Chris Hemsworth.
Thor. The Hemsworth overweight renegade? G-H-O-R?
Heavy overweight renegade.
I said Hemsworth.
Oh.
The Hemsworth overweight renegade. Since you look like Chris Hemsworth. There you go. There's your acronym.
I mean, my middle name is Christopher, so
yeah,
that's what it was. That's why they were like, yeah, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah,
that won't work for me because of my weird ass name.
Well, you've got 30 names.
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, you look like all these people.
Liberace, Lagasse, Hitler, Gaddafi, Genghis Khan.
Hey, did you know Hitler didn't like tacos?
I only learned that just a little bit ago.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Not very many people did know that.
You can't love stuff you never knew about.
That's right. We're educational, if not anything.
Sure. Oh, here's a side note.
I think that should be a shirt. Hitler didn't like tacos. It's gotta be a thing, right?
I don't know. I think he loved tacos. Because he has that little strip of a mustache, so when he's eating the hard taco, the meat and all that just like hits it and it's like a flavor saver for later on.
I don't think that's what that was for.
Maybe he loved tacos.
I think that filtered out the mustard gas so it didn't get into his nose.
It didn't cover both nostrils. Like, this is too narrow.
It was a horrible joke.
Oh. I thought you were like...
Horrible joke.
Oh, mine was like a joke too about the tacos.
Yeah. You were thinking of pink tacos. There's a difference.
No, I don't know. I already like to get shit on.
Peed on. I heard peed. I don't know about shit.
I heard shit. I heard... Necrophilia?
That's having sex with dead people.
Oh. What's the one they like being defecated on?
I don't know.
I figured you'd know. You're the creep.
Boy, that's the rumor I need going around. If I'm not having sex now, that's going to get me there.
I'm sure you find another creep to like.
No.
Not go
No,
on
I don't
long
want to
walks.
find another creep.
Not go on long walks with.
Right. And start locking my doors at night and closing the blinds.
Never know.
No, I do know, and I don't want that.
You come and you see a face imprint with like a little Hitler mustache on there. Just the tip of it.
So fucked up.
Yeah. Life is fucked up, my friend.
It certainly is. Good thing I'm not the stalkable type. I'm not the ideal.
You're totally stalkable. You don't move very fast. You go to the same place. You're very routine.
I'm not physically attractive. Nobody really wants to see what I look like naked.
Everybody's got someone out there that don't see someone naked. There's someone for everyone, is what I've learned.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, most of the people that are going to hear this don't know where I live. So even if there is, yay.
Did we talk about 123 4th Street?
No.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
Um,
Does this need to go back in
what do you mean?
before credit?
We can talk about it another day. Little tease for next time. Yeah, right now.
Before I forget.
Yeah.
So I can delete all these.
Yeah. It is hard to see the R. I thought